Hey everyone, thanks for joining Learn to Play Games. My name is Lance, and in today's video, I'll be playing through BurnCycle. This is the newest game from Chip Theory Games. It is a 1 to 4 player game that takes roughly an hour and a half to 2.5 hours to play, and is a fairly complex cooperative game where all the players are going to be working together to try to complete whichever mission they've chosen to go on. In this video, I've chosen a mission from Ocularity. This is going to be dial-up, and so this one's going to have me doing a number of things, which I'm going to cover a little bit later in the video. So for those of you that are waiting, I am working on a full teaching video for this, and man, it's a doozy. It's going to be a big one. I have a feeling this might be the biggest or longest one that I've done on this channel, and there's just no way around it. There is a ton to this game that needs to be covered in order to fully comprehend and know how to play it. So that one is coming. I have completed filming on it, but I have a long road of editing in front of me for that one. So hopefully in the next week or two, I'll be dropping that shortly after I drop this video. So for those of you that are looking forward to that, hopefully that will be coming shortly, and let me know what you think on this video, and if I do anything wrong. Like I said, this is a very complex game and there's a lot of things going on, so I'm going to do my best to try to get everything correct, of course, but I'm only human, so let me know if there's anything that you catch that I've done wrong, or if you think that you might have a way of doing it better. Let me know as well. I love starting a conversation and seeing what you guys think as well. So as always, if you find these videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider hitting that like button, subscribe to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways you can support channels like mine, so I can continue to grow and be able to produce this content. If you want to get notified anytime I release new videos, including the new BurnCycle teaching video, also hit that notification bell, and that'll let you know whenever I drop new stuff. So let's go ahead and head to the table, and we'll see how this one plays. All right, so let's dig into it. So first off, let me go over the mission itself real quick. So this, again, is from Ocularity, or the Corporation Ocularity, and this is Operation Dial-Up. This one's going to contain 2 floors and has a complexity of 1 out of 3. And this one is going to have some story to it. I'm not going to read that at this point, but you can if you want to get a little bit of a backstory. And this particular mission is going to have a couple of steps with it. So first off, mission setup. Regardless of the player count, you're going to place all 4 IPs and their associated network level die on the network in a random order. So I've already taken care of that. Next, we have our mission special rules. So during the moving on the network, you're going to decide which of the 4 IPs you will move for that turn. You may only move 1 IP per turn, and the abilities and cards affecting your agent's IP still apply only to the IP of your player color. All right, so we have to keep that in mind. And then from there, our first objective is, or for the first floor, is buffering. So this one is going to have the team have all bots in a different room, not including safe zones. And at the end of a turn, while all 4 network level dice show different numbers. So I have to get different numbers on each one of these dice in order to be able to complete this, and then our different bots have to be in the different rooms to complete that. So that's our first objective with this, and that's going to get us 2 energy when we complete it. So let's go ahead and get moving on that. And then for my captain, I randomly selected Stamp, and so she has got all kinds of nasty stuff. First off, with her BurnCycle action, she is going to return the highest level action die in your die pool to the supply. So she is going to cause all kinds of problems with that. All right, so that is those things. And then we're ready to move into the final parts of setup that I saved for the video. So first off, we have to set up the BurnCycle, as well as each one of our agents has to spend their points as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first with my first agent over here. And so with that one, he has his maximum power of 4, and he starts with 10. So he's got to spend 6 points to be able to get to that point. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and do super power. So this one is lets me, when routing power, this particular agent can gain elite dice upgrades for 2 power each. Well, that's a big thing to be able to do, so I definitely want to unlock that. So that's 3 points. And then I'm also going to do reload. So this one lets EXE take a strike action against a security unit, and it does not result in the unit being stunned or shut down. It do not advance the threat and return all dice used in this action to EXE's dice pool. So it basically gets a redo out of that. You're just spending the action to take care of that. So that brings me down to 5, and then I have 1 point left, but I am going to go ahead and buy an elite die with that, since they only cost me 2 now, so I'm down to 3 points there. Now, because I'm only playing a 2-player game, each one of my players also is going to start with one of their reserves unlocked. So each one of us, we start with a blue and a purple currently. And so I think I will take, I'm going to take a blue here. And then my other agent, since we'll go ahead and handle that right away, we'll take a green as his reserve. All right, so that is the purchasing for that one. And then I'll move over to access over here. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to pick up IP spoof. And that's going to let me, as a free action, access may discard a network card to swipe her IP's position with the position of any ping on the network. She may resolve the node she lands on after swiping. So that's going to be a big one. And then I'm going to spend 2 more to unlock one of my... Well, I think I'm going to hold off on that, because if I unlock the yellow, most likely I'm going to potentially lose it, depending upon where that is at, and I will get to do a route power at the beginning of my turn anyways, so I think I'm going to hold off there. All right, so now that both of my agents have taken care of that, we're ready to set up the burn cycle. So first off, we're going to take the captain chip and 2 additional chips, as we have 3 burn cycle spaces unlocked. Go ahead and drop those in the bag and shuffle these up a little bit. And let's see what we got here. So we got a general, and we got the captain, and then the last general. All right, so that is going to be our order for this burn cycle. From there, then I can gather the reserve. So starting with my command module, I'm going to get a purple, a green, and a blue. So 1 of each. And then each one of my agents also gets their reserve. So I got a blue and a green here, and a purple and a blue there. All right, and that is, I believe, everything. I already set up that. Oh yeah, I got to do my security bots as well. So with Stamp, she is going to have a level 1 bot in security zone 1 with a key. And we have a bulldog, so he's going to be in the level 1 zone. So he's got a big awareness area. In the security zone 2, we are going to have a walker. And number 2 is here. He'll be pointing that direction. And finally, in zone 3, we will have a hamster. And he's going to be pointing towards the wall. All right, so that takes care of our security bots. And so we're ready to move into the very first round. And EXE is going to take his turn, yes, his turn first. So he's down here, so he's going to first off try to unlock that door. And speaking of, with my command module, I have crash. So it says, when using brute force during a keypad action, bots may add 2 AP to the results, or to their roll. So that he's going to make it a heck of a lot easier for us to be bashing doors down. All right, so from there, I'm going to go ahead and gather my dice pool, as I don't want to do another route power at this point. And then I do get a red as well. And I'm going to go ahead and try to open that door. So I'm going to go ahead and do a keypad. This is a purple for level 1, and it is a jam. So I have to spend the purple if I want to open this door. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to do that. So that didn't work out as well as I was hoping it was. So that will unlock the door. And that'll be placed up here. And then I'm going to go ahead and move in. So I have to check what's in that room. So I'm going to roll a die. And it is a security bot, but there are no security bots in this particular room, or there's no space for them. So nothing happens with that. So that works out. And that was my first action. So then this is going to move over. As my second action, that captain's going to go ahead and take away that red die, as that's the most powerful one I have. So that kind of stinks. And I'm going to go ahead and do a move action for that particular action. All right, so I got 2 and a blank, so I can move up to 2 spaces. So I'm going to go ahead and move over here, and then I'm going to have the command module move up 1 space. And then as my final action, I am going to take, I think I will take a network die, or a card. So we have cookies. This is a level 2 or layer 2 green node. I can skip the ping activation step of the corporation's turn this round. Oh man, that would be really nice. I don't know if I can get there, but that would be great if I could. All right. I might be able to pull that off, actually. That would be cool. All right. That is the last action for this. So then it's going to kick back, and we're going to move into the network step of that. So let me read this again just to make sure I understand everything. So it says, before moving on the network, decide which of the 4 IPs you will move for that turn. You may only move 1 IP per turn. Abilities and cards affecting your agent's IP still apply only to the IP of your player color. Okay. So cards and abilities that affect your agent's IP, or abilities and cards. So for access, that would be an ability. I don't know about the network cards, but it might actually work out anyways, because he might be the only one going clockwise that could reach layer 2 green. Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and go with him anyways. So first off, my first thing lets me move 1 space. The captainship lets me move 1 space, which I have to stop on this hub anyways. And this one increases my level by 1. And then the last one, I will go ahead and transfer down to layer 2 on green. So that will take care of that. So now we're going to skip the ping activation step of the corporation's turn this round. I'm just going to go ahead and place that right over there so I remember that is the case. That is going to be very helpful. That is awesome. All right, that is the end of that. So now I have to go through another route power, which I don't have anything at this point that I would want to do with that. I'll go ahead and discard that last die, as I can't use that this turn. And I am going to roll to degrade the burn cycle. It's a question mark, so I'm definitely degrading that. And I will go ahead and replace that right away with, let's go with a, do I do a keypad right away, or do I go with a tech? I think I'm going to go with a tech to start us off, because the other agent's going to be doing a keypad right away, so the second action isn't going to help him with that. All right, that is the end of my turn here, so I'm going to go over and move over to Access's turn. So moving into his turn, I will go ahead and do the route power and spend the 2 to add a advanced die to that. All right, and then I can gather up my dice, so I'm going to get 6 blue and a yellow now. So I don't want to do any other power routing at this point. So into my actions. So my first action's a regular. So I might as well go ahead and try to open that door, see if we find something else better here. So it's a purple or 4 AP. So I'm going to go ahead and try to crack this door just with brute force. And I add 2 to that, so all I need is a result of 2. So I'm just going to roll 3 blue dice. As long as I get one of those to come up as a 1, that's all I need. All right. So I got the 2 that I needed. This will be returned here, as I'm not going to do anything with that. And so that door is open. At this point, I was able to brute force it. Okay. This will be discarded. And I get to move into the room for free as part of that. And then I have to resolve this. So I'll go ahead and remove that. And this one's going to have me rolling 1 die. So let's see what I get here. It's another defense. All right, so we got a level 1, and this is a walker in here. He's going to be facing this direction. Okay. All right, that was my first action. On to the second, which is a tech one. And And I'm going to go ahead and do a network. So it's going to let me draw a card, and then I can take a general action on top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and do, might as well do a move action. So let's go ahead. Well, do I want to spend all these for that? I'd like to get to that terminal. So let's hold on to the yellow. And we'll roll these and see what happens. All right, so I've got 4. So I'm going to go ahead and move access 2 to get him or her to the terminal. And then I'll go ahead and move crash up 2 spaces. So he's going to slowly be working his way towards that spot. All right, and then as my third and final action, I could try to do a terminal. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a terminal action since I have a special ability here. So this is multi-use command. So after taking a terminal action, if access does not select the terminal card's bottom option, she may gain its benefit at no cost. So let's go ahead and see what I get here. So this one is terminal cache, all-purpose port, draw a mod card. We have surveillance, biometric scan, surveil a room of your choice, or network, draw data metering, move 2 pings to the nodes of your choice on layer 4 of the network, boot any remaining pings. That would have been really handy later in the game. That's not going to do me any good right now, and so I would gain that anyways, but that is not going to help me. So, question is, do I go after a mod, or do I try to check out a room? Well, let's go ahead and try to check out a room. I need 2 results. That's a little easier than the mod anyways, because I only have the 2 dice. And I got 3, so I would have gotten it anyways, but that's all right. So I'm going to be able to surveil a room of my choice. And the question is, which way do I want to go with all my different peoples? So I'm going to go ahead and try... Do I do that room? I'll do this room because this one's really tight. So if I, well, either way. No, I'm going to do this one because the the defensive guy is right there. So if I roll that on the die, that is not going to be good. And it lets me flip over one of the main to a mainframe. That's cool. All right, so that one has been checked out, and that card will be discarded, and these dice will be returned. All right, so that finishes off my turn. So then we're going to kick back into the network turn. So again, I have to choose one of the nodes that I want to move, and now that I know that they're not going to be shifting around too terribly much, that's going to be very helpful. All right. Well, I kind of like just moving my purple one anyways. So I get to move them 1. So I'll move them down to the purple spot. And then it's a green. So I could either go here and increase my level, or I could kick down and go all the way to there. I'd have to get to level 3 to draw a mod card. Which I could get to level 3, but I'm not going to get to blue. So this one's simply going to be wasted. So I think I'm going to go ahead and kick over here, and then it lets me move 1 more afterwards, so I get to increase that by 1 and handle that. This will be discarded. All right, so that takes care of all those. Then it's into my routing power step. I don't have any additional power I want to route at this point. And then I have to degrade the burn cycle. So let's see which one comes up. It's 2. Of course it is. All right. I'll go ahead and drop a keypad one in there instead. I think. Well, nah. I want to do the terminal one. I don't know if the keypad one's super helpful at this point. All right, so that finishes it off. So we're into the corporation's turn. So first off, we have security units. They're going to activate starting with pursuit. We don't have any bots detected at the moment, which is great news. Then it is into investigate. We don't have any awareness tokens out either. So finally it is over to patrol. The bulldog is not going to move because he does not move. With the walker, he is going to stay on the perimeter moving counterclockwise. So he has to turn to his right. And then he'll move down 2 spaces. So I think he kicks down there. And then finally, with hamster, he's going to go back and forth. So he's going to rotate there and move 2 spaces that way. The other ones that are in the rooms right now do not have the abilities that allow them to patrol. So they're not going to do anything. Moving on, the ping step is going to be not done this turn. That was really helpful. And then finally, the threat is going to move up by 2. So then with that, the data mining, the CEO adds 2 pings to the core, then activates all pings. So they still got to go, those little stinkers. And then he activates them. So this one's going to move 3 because it can't kick back around. And then this one would go 2 because it can't go back around. And then because we're not rolling any, then they actually will transfer out. All right, that was unfortunate. And then we have to move that down to mark that we have handled that one way or the other. All right, that is going to move us back into a new round. So round 2 here is going back to EXE to take his turn first. I'll go ahead and gather my dice. So I'm going to get 3 and 1. And what do I want to do here with him? Well, let's go ahead and start off with a move action and see what happens there. So I'll go ahead and roll. I'll roll these 2. Or wait. This one's pretty much a guaranteed door popper. So I'm going to go ahead and roll the 3 blues and see what I get. All right, so I got 3 ones, so I can move it to 3 spaces. So I'm going to go ahead and move Crash in here and collect that cash. So Crash is going to draw a equipped card. He found a key. That was handy. All right, so he will actually gain the key for that, and this gets discarded right away. That was one movement point. I'm going to move EXE over 1, and I might as well move Crash up 1 more as well, as I'm not going to be moving too terribly fast with him at this point. I don't want to move out there because Bulldog has a crazy amount of sight there. So my second action is a terminal action or a tech action. So again, I will go ahead and draw a network card since it's optimized. This one is Dark Web Access Hub. This is a level or layer 1 purple, reduced threat by 2. Okay, that could be good. Then my general action for that, I will go ahead and try to open that door. So let's go ahead and draw a key card. It's a free open because there's nothing there, so that works out. I don't even have to go ahead and brute force that one. And, oh, I forgot to remove the terminal. Or did I handle that terminal? I don't know if I handled that terminal or not. I can't remember. So I'm going to go ahead and slide on, and I did handle this one, so I got to remove that one. I don't know if I did, so I'm going to leave it there. I don't think I did, but I did move off of it, so I kind of hosed myself on that one, but maybe Crash can circle back around or something. All right, that takes care of that action. On to the third and final action. Let's do another network card. All right, so this is also a layer 1. This is worker order folder. If you have an imperative card, I forgot to draw my imperative cards. All right, so we have outdated hardware. See, there's just so many things in here that it's so easy to forget something. The next time your agent takes an action, an optimized utility action, which I have not done, so that works out. You do not get the optimized benefit. And then my other, with access, we have troll sequence. The next time your agent takes an optimized physical action, which we also have not done, you do not get the optimized benefit. All right, so that's good. At least I didn't screw that up too bad. All right, so if you have an imperative card, discard it and collect the powers if it were completed. If you do not have one, draw an imperative card. All right, so that is layer 1 blue. All right, so both of those are actually pretty decent here. I'm definitely not going to be able to get both of them, so I'm going to have to make a choice on which one I want to do here. So I'll have to figure that out. All right, that finishes off that, so we're actually into the network step, so I have to choose who I want to activate. Again, I think with this that only if I activate green I can benefit from these. So I will move forward 1 for the first. For the second I go to a green space, so I'm going to go ahead and kick up here. That will meet the, or wait, I need purple. So then as my last one, I get to move over 1 more. So then I go there, and that will complete the purple, which reduces threat by 2. So that'll kick that back down. And I did not get the other one, so that'll just be discarded. All right, so that finishes off my 3 actions there. My second route power, I don't have anything to do. I did not use my red die. And then we're on to degrading. It's a 2 again. My goodness, I am terrible at this. All right. I guess we'll throw a blue in there at this point. All right. That finishes off my first player's turn, so over to access to go. So she has gotten that. What do I want to do with her? So first off, I'm not going to do any power routing. So then I get my dice pool. So it's 6 and 1. And how do I want to do this with her? So let's do a move. So that's, let's move it to 3 spaces. I'm going to try something kind of crazy here, I think. This will be reset over here. Do I want to do that? Why not? 1, 2, I'm going to move there. That is going to make him aware of my person. I have 1 movement point left. I'm going to move Crash back down. As my second action, I'm going to go ahead and do an optimized keypad action. And it only has 1 thing, so I can use the optimized part of that to negate it. So that is going to open that door. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and move out. All right, so I've got, that can count as 1. So I've got a total of 5 spaces I can move. So I'm going to move down 1. That's going to leave that behind because he only has awareness of 1 space on his peripheral. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And that was my last action. So now we're into the network phase. So with that, I am going to, who do I want to move this time? Oop, this should be at 1. That was from my other game. Well, I don't have any network cards this time, so I might want to just move one of my other agents. So I think I will do that. I'm going to go ahead and move yellow. So I'm going to move down 1, and then I go to blue. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this one to advance 1. And then I get to move 1 more space. So I'll go ahead and move to purple. All right, so that finishes that off. We'll go ahead and reset that. Then it is over to my second route power. I don't have anything there. So I'm going to go ahead and degrade the BurnCycle. See if I get another 2 here. It's a 1 this time. Finally, something else. All right, so that's going to degrade. I will. Yeah. I'll do a physical on that one. Let's go ahead and replace that with this. All right. So that finishes off Axis's turn. So now we're back into the corporation getting their turn. So security units, first off, pursuit. Nobody actually has line of sight to us. Next, investigate. So we have to choose. So he is going to move over. He moves up to 4 spaces, but he's going to move here and then he stops once he gets to my access point. So that kicks back. And nobody else is aware, so then it's finally into pursuit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to sit right there. So this guy's going to go 1, turn around, and come back 1. All right, that is it. Then we activate pings. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We have 1 ping that is on a spot, so we have to roll a ping die per spots or per hub, and we have one of those that is, still don't have these memorized. That one is a CO network level by 1, then ping transfers. So this guy comes out, this guy comes out, and this goes to level 2. That sucks. Okay. And then finally, threat is going to advance. So again, it goes to 2, but this time, since this has already been triggered, that will not trigger again. So I don't have to worry about that at least. Okay, so then it's going to move back into our turns. So I think at this point, I'm going to take a round off camera, or a round or 2, and then we'll be back to see how this level kind of finishes up or how it's progressing from there. All right, so moving back in, I only played 1 round as I was able to surprisingly unlock or complete the objective as I got through and handled a terminal that allowed me to increase both of my agents' IP level dice by 2, which put this one up to 4 and that one to 5, which allowed me to have 4 different ones. And then I also had all my agents in different rooms. I had Axis up here, EXE was down here, and Crash was here. So I met the requirements of that and completed it. So at this point, now I just need to make it to the safe areas or safe zones in order to complete this level and move on to level 2. So I wanted to go ahead and show this turn, as I don't think I will be able to get to that point. I won't be able to complete the level, I think, this round, but that's going to happen pretty quick here. So moving back into EXE's turn, I do have a couple of additional points now that I can spend during my route power step. And I'm going to go ahead and spend those to gain an extra elite die. So now I'm going to gain 4 blue and 2 red. All right, and EXE is over here, and I do have a mainframe terminal right there, so that would be pretty handy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that as my first action. I'm going to go ahead and do a move action, and Crash is there. So let's see, I need at least 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5 total. So we'll go ahead and roll the 4 blue as I get +2 to my movement because of the optimized action. All right, and I definitely got that. I've got 4, 5, 6 there alone. So EXE is going to move 1, crash 1, 2, 3, 4, and Bulldog's awareness does detect him. So I can go ahead. I'll have to drop my awareness chip. I have a key. I could just simply unlock. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to simply just use that during my move action and unlock this safe area or safe zone and just move right in there. Now, that is the one exception. I will leave my awareness chip outside of there, even though Bulldog would have been able to be aware of me moving in there. That's the one special rule with safe zones. All right. Then EXE as his second action now. I am on the mainframe, so I could take that action. And if that was just a tech, that'd be fantastic. It is not. But it's basically a free thing. It doesn't cost me anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as my second one. So I'm going to draw a terminal card. I get to choose one of these things to carry out for free. All right, so we have Power Grind, IP Bounce, place your awareness chip on any terminal space. Okay, we have Terminal Cache, All-Purpose Drive, draw a mod card. Well, I'm kind of full, so that wouldn't necessarily do me any good. And Net Neutrality, move all pings on the network to the node of your choice on layer 4. If any layer 4 nodes are occupied by an IP, resolve the boot as normal. Well, what to do? That is an interesting question. We do have one way out here, so it might not be a bad idea to move him back in. To layer 4, and purple isn't too far away. So purple over there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to move him here. That way then purple can handle him during her turn. And kick him out of there, hopefully. Yep. All right. So that'll finish that off. So that will take me to my last action, and I will go ahead and remove that mainframe terminal. Don't forget that this time. Well, I could either do a move action or a network. I don't really want to move because Bulldog's gonna be right there. Well, or I could just book it, but I'm probably going to be in a hamster's awareness as well. So unfortunately, I think I'm just going to end up wasting these again because I don't really see any other benefit to doing any of that. So I think, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just waste those, and I will draw a network card as my last action. So we have Internet of Walls. So destroy the closest wall to your agent. This does not cause your agent to be detected. This is a layer 2 purple. All right. Well, I'm on layer 2, but I'm not going to get to a purple. Nope. So that would be interesting, though, because I could pop through that there and just kind of be in there with him and move around in there. That could be interesting. I don't think there's any way to get to a purple, though. Because I have purple that I have to do with mine. So if I kick up here, blue would get me there and that would get me there. Or I could kick down here, then blue, and then purple. Well, or I could kick down here for purple, and kick back up here for blue, and then go there to decrease the threat. That sounds pretty good. No, I gotta get the purple. Never mind. That's not gonna do it. Yeah, I don't think there's... because the next purple node is there. Yeah, I don't think so. All right, so into the network step, I have to choose where to go. So I'm just gonna kick on over here. For the first, that drops the threat by 1. Then it's on to blue. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kick down through here and stop there. That will put me on to increasing a power. So I'll pick up 1 more power. And then we get to move 1 more space. No kidding. That actually will work. I did not see that coming, but that will work. That puts me on layer 2 on a purple. So I can destroy a wall, destroy the closest wall to your agent. This does not cause your agent to be detected. So I can either bust through that wall or I could bust through that one. And I do have a wall token that I can place. So question is, which way do I want to go? We're just going to bust through this one. No point in going on the outside there. I can come through here and then take care of that. So I think I'll do that. All right, that was pretty handy. All right, so that finishes off my turn there. I do have 1 power to spend. That finishes off the network step. So routing power, I have 1 to spend. So I could do the 1 or... yeah, I'll spend 2 and get a 3rd elite. I think that's going to come in handy because next level I'm going to have some nasty bots that I might want to start taking them out. All right, that finishes off my turn there. So I'm going to kick over to Access to take her turn. So first off, I don't have any power that I want to route at this point. So then dice pool collection, I'm going to get my 6 blues and 2 yellow now. And then might as well do a move action. And I'm not going to roll any dice. I'll just do a standard move to move onto a terminal. Then I'm going to do a terminal action. This is, okay, so I have a choice. I have a network, VPN, move your IP to the next hub clockwise on its current network level, or on level 1 if you're on the access point, gain the hub's benefit. Optimized plans until the burn cycle reboots. Agents may choose which active burn cycle chip to degrade on their turn instead of rolling a die. That's pretty nice. Or IP bounce, place your awareness chip on any terminal space. No, I think I'm going to do the optimize, and it's only 2 AP, so I'm just going to roll 3 blues. And I failed. Of course, I just needed 1 with a 1 to convert over, but well, that would have been good. I should have probably spent a little bit more. All right, so that was my second action. That will take care of that terminal. And as my third action, I will take a network card. So this one is layer 3 green, turn any 1 terminal into a mainframe. All right, that can be handy. That will finish off my action steps. I didn't use any of my dice this time. Well, I did, but not effectively. All right, on to the network step. So purple first. And I am going to activate my IP as that is beneficial to me. So I'm going to go and move here. It stops me at that hub. I gain a power for that. And then I will go ahead and use my ability here. So IP spoof. As a free action, Access may discard a network card to swipe her IP position with the position of any peg on the network. She may resolve the node she lands on after swiping. So I'm going to go ahead and discard that to swipe positions. with them. And then I move on to blue, so that's going to kick me all the way around to there, which stops me there. I gain another power. I increase my level by 1, and I decrease threat by 1, but it's already at the lowest. Then I kick back up to there, and then I'm going to step back out as my last space. All right, that is the end of that. So then we have the route power step. I am back up to my maximum power. Do I want to route power anymore? I don't know if I want to degrade the burn cycle just yet, so I think I will route 2 and unlock my final reserve, giving me a green. And that way, then now when I degrade the cycle, it's a question, so I can degrade this one, flip that over. I'm going to go ahead and remove it right away. It's the last part of my turn, and replace it with attack. All right, so that kicks that back over. And then we're on to the corporation's turn. So first off, we are on to nobody is detected at this point. So then we have awareness. So we have a couple of awareness chips that are out there. Bulldog is going to move. I think I get to resolve these in the order I choose. So Crash's awareness first. Bulldog is actually the closest to him. So Bulldog's going to turn and move 3 to Crash. That'll be removed. Then the next closest bot, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Hamster here is the closest. So 1, 2 towards that. And then that is it for awareness. Then it's on to patrol. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got bots all over there, security all over that area. And that will finish that off. Then we have activate pings. So he's going to move 3, 1, 2, 3. And then he was not on a thing, so he would be able to shift out, but he doesn't have a transfer point there. So then it is on to advanced threat. So the threat's going to move back to 2. All right, that finishes that off. So then it's back over to EXE to go. Again, I'm not going to route power, so I'm going to gain my dice. I have 3 blue and 3 red now. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and do a move action. It is optimized. So 2, 3, 4, 5 to get me to the terminal. So I just need 3 basically. So let's see what I can do with this. Otherwise I can stop at the door and try to do a keypad if I screw this up. All right, I got 5. So that was, I have 7 movement now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll just waste the other 2. As the keypad action then, I think I will just draw a network card. Do not disturb mode. This is a level 1 or layer 1 green. Set the CEO's network level to 2. Each agent may optionally set their network to 4. All right, that's not really going to help me that much. And then as my last action, I will do a terminal action. So let me choose 2. And I have plenty of stuff, hopefully, with that. So let's see what we got here. So first option is network. Priority signal, increase all agents' network levels by 1 or a single agent's network level by 2. Passcode algorithm, gain 3 power. That could be really nice. And ambient noise trigger, reduce threat by 1. Well, I think I will do network and file server. We'll see if we can get that. I need 6 to pull this off. All right, so I've got 6. Otherwise, I would have had 2 rerolls, so I could have rerolled some of that, but I didn't need to. All right, so first off, priority signal, increase all agents' network levels by 1. So I think this only applies again to me. So that'll bump to 6, and that'll take purple to 5. Then we have passcode algorithm. That's going to give me 3 power, so that puts me at 6. So I'll have a couple more to spend after this. All right, that takes care of the terminal action. That finishes off my turn for that. Then it jumps into the network step. So, and the ping's over there, so I could potentially get to him. I go down for my first one, kick over to blue, and then green will stop me on his peg. So I think I'll do that. So first off, I have to stop here. Gives me another power. Second one is going to kick me to blue. And third one takes me past this, but I have to stop on here because there's a ping there. He gets kicked out, and my level drops by 1. All right, then this resets. And I have a route power step, so I have 7 power. I need to spend 3. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to gain another elite. So that puts me up to 4 elite dice. And then I will spend 1 more to unlock swipe, I think, just in case. All right, that will finish off my turn. I have to do a degrade. It's another question, so I get to choose which to degrade. I'll do keypad. Just switch that back out. Basically, I'll degrade that, and as the last part of my turn, I'll go ahead and switch that out. That will finish off his turn to over to access to go. Oh, and I took care of the mainframe, or this terminal. I keep forgetting to take those chips away. All right, so over to access. I am not going to do a route power, so I gain my power pool. And might as well do a move action. It's optimized. Actually, I don't need to go crazy with it. I basically just need 4 because I'm going to move here, I think, to get me out into that hallway. All right, so let's see what I get out of this. I got 1. I'll convert one of these to 1 as well. That gives me the 4 power I need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because it's optimized, then I will do a keypad, which is also optimized. It's a blue, but it's only 1. So with it being optimized, I can ignore one of those of my choice. So that will unlock that. And as my last action, I might as well I'll do a network. So I'll pull network card. Shipping manifest, draw 2 equipment cards, choose 1 to keep. It's a layer 2 blue. And then I might as well do a move action for my final. See if I can get somewhere for this. All right, so I got 2, 1. I'll convert that to a 1. So I've got 5 movement points total. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because I don't want to step there at the moment. I'll go ahead and blow past there in a little bit. Okay. As my last part of that, I will route power during the second part. Well, I got to do network first, so I'll handle that first. All right. That takes care of that, so then that'll kick this back over, and I'm on to that. So I have to choose how I want to do this. Shipping manifests would be nice. I don't have any equipment yet. Can I pull that off? I need to get to layer 2 blue, and I'm moving to purple currently. So I go there. I could get to layer 2 purple, blue. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and activate my purple one. So I'm going to move here for my first, then onto blue. I stop here. That will complete this. Let me draw 2. 1, 2. And I found either a key or a CPU restarter. This is a counter. Set this die to 5. When acquired on your turn, you may reduce this die by 1 to reroll an action die. Discard this when the die reaches 0. Ooh, so either a key or a CPU. I like the CPU counter, I think. So I'll go ahead and discard that. The counter is die 10. 10 is here. I get to set that to 5. And that'll be plugged in there. That completes that network card. And I have one more space to go, which is green. Basically just moves me up one more space. All right. Then it's over here. I am going to route 1 power to do a swipe. And that will help me out during my next turn. Then I have to degrade the burn cycle. It's another question, so I get to choose again. Might as well do another key. Keep this going. That seems to be pretty handy overall. That'll kick down. And then we're into the corporation turn again. So first off, it's going to be pursuit. Nobody has eyes on anybody at this point, so then it's over to investigate. He is actually the closest to that, so he's going to kick over and move up 1. That'll stop him there. And then that is the only awareness chip out, so then the rest of the bots will go. So this one moves down 1. It can't move, or yeah, it can swipe. Security bots can do that. And that will finish off the bots. So that is that. Then we're over to the network. There are no pings out, so we'll have 1 come out and a die will be rolled. It's +1. Again, not very good with those. That is increase his level by 1 again. Ugh, that sucks. Okay, and that will finish that part off. Then we advance the threat by 2. So now the cron job has come into play. So at the start of each round, if there are fewer than 3 pings in play, the CEO will add a ping to the core. All right, which pretty much happens right now because we're moving into a new round at this point. So back into here. So I think at this point I will take another turn off camera and we'll be back a little bit later to see how we're doing on floor 2. Because basically what I'm thinking at this point, access can move up into this room, swapping places with the walker, and then bolting over to that safe room over there. And EXE can come down, well, get into here. And then, yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. All right, so moving back in, at this point I did go to the next floor, so I wanted to start us off with this. So first off, with the second floor, our mission objective is still buffering. So this one is on floor 2 setup, return all of the pings to their access point, which I already took care of, or the IPs to their access points. And then as a team, I must have all bots in a different room, including safe zone, or not including safe zones. At the end of a turn, while each IP is on a different layer of the network, I will succeed that. And then finally, the page timed out. All bots simultaneously occupy a safe zone while there are no pings on the network. All right, so those are my objectives for floor 2. And I'm going to have my work cut out for me a little bit. I've got my bots all over the place. And I did unfortunately draw with EXE a mandatory system update. So the next time my agent enters a room, they must remain in that room until the burn cycle reboots. And I just rebooted my burn cycle right before this. So that's not good. So I might want to stay in the hallway initially for a little bit before some of this stuff goes down. All right, so moving into it, access is going to start this one off as EXE was the last one to finish off the previous round, so Access will start this new round. And the door is open to that location. I get 5 dice and 2 advanced. So I have a bulldog in there already who is aware of the entire room, as he is level 2, so I'm going to have to deal with him. And I'm going to be rolling 2 white dice as I move in there as well. So this could be ugly real quick. So I might be bouncing in and out of that safe zone. All right, so I think I will roll. I really only need 2, and it's not a. Well, to start off, that is a network locations or a tech location. So I'm just going to take a network card. So I got cookies, so I get to skip the ping activation step of the corporation's turn this round, but I have to get to layer 3. That's probably not going to... Well, I do have his ability, so that I just need 1 more of these cards to be able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by moving. And that lets me move more than I needed. And he's moving 4, so... All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Second action. I will go ahead and take a terminal action. So let me remove this so I don't forget this time. And let's see what I got here. So this is a network. So impersonate customer service, decrease the CEO's network level by 2. He's at 2 right now. Not super helpful. Security drill, advanced threat by 2. Discard 1 card in play that is not currently adjacent to a bot. And I forgot to do these, so let me handle that real quick too. And the door locks behind me. And another security bot comes out. Oh no. And it's a level 2. This is Radiohead. Oh my goodness. This could not get much worse on that one. Oh man. And password algorithm, I gain 3 power. Ooh. Alright, so that goes away. Hey, alright, so I do have the multi-use command. So after taking a terminal action, if Access does not select the terminal card's bottom option, she gains the benefits at no cost. So that works out really well. So I'm going to go ahead and do comms. So this is security drill, advanced threat by 2, discard 1 guard in play that is not currently adjacent to a bot. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pull that off. And I get 6, so more than enough that I needed. So I get to choose one that's not adjacent. So I'm going to go ahead and take Bulldog out of here. So I have to increase threat by 2. So that puts me up to 7. So I'm going to increase his level up to 5. And then Bulldog goes away. So I'll just remove that for now. And then I also gain the password algorithm. So I gain 3 power from that. So that puts me back up to 8, which is great because I'm going to get hit by Radiohead. All right, and I have 2 left, 2 dice left, and I have 1 action remaining. I'm going to lose 1 of these dice because of her ability that it activates now. And then I think I'm just going to take a network card because I really need to pull that. That would be great to pull that off, to skip the ping's activation, as I also forgot to place a ping out because of that ability at the beginning of the round. So that would be great to skip the ping's step in this. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and discard that. That will end my regular turn, moving into the network step. I am going to activate my ability. Using this one, I'd have to discard a network card, and I get to, well, I got to do a move first. So let's handle that real quick. So I'm just going to move out and over. I'm already at max, so there's no point in doing anything else there. I will go ahead and spend that card to trade places with this guy here. That moves me onto a green layer 3. Which allows me to skip the ping activation step of the corporation's next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and place that out. And then I get to move basically 2 spaces. So I'm going to go ahead and move here. All right, that'll take care of that. I better leave that out. That way then I know to skip over that. All right, so that finishes that off. That'll kick back over, and I have to degrade the burn cycle after I want to spend any power. At this point, I don't know if it's worth spending power because and they are aware of me, so I got to put my awareness token out, as they're going to move and attack anyways. So I don't think I'm going to spend any power, and degrade is 2, so this one will be degraded. And I'm going to go ahead and take care of that right away. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one, which is forced collaboration. The next time you alter the burn cycle, you must use a chip from the team's reserve rather than your own reserve. So I have to do it from the team. So I'll go ahead and drop that one in there, and this gets returned to the supply, and that'll be discarded. And I gain a power for that. So that will finish off my turn, which works out. And then EXE is going to go. And I will gain my tokens, as I don't think, I don't want to do a burn cycle or a power, redirect power at this point, or route power. So I get all of that. And what do I want to do here? I could do, let's do a move action. I don't want to move too terribly far. Just in case. All right, so I got 2, which is what I was looking for. I'm going to move 2 here. I will become, he is going to be aware of me. And that'll move over. I could just blast him. I do have some nice power to do so. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the case here. I could at least stun him. I do get the reload, so if he takes a strike action against a security unit and that does not result in the unit being stunned or shut down, do not an advanced threat and return all dice used in this action to EXE's pool. So let's see what I get here. All right, so we've got a bunch of 2s, a 3, a 1, and a 0. All right, so I do get at least 1 reroll. So right now I'm at 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do have the Kung Fu Knower, which adds +5, so that would be enough to take that bulldog down. I think that's worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and spend all that. And this card here to take him out. So the key stays there. He's eliminated. I have to advance the threat by 1, and I gain a power for that. All right. That was my second action. Third action, I lose the die that the last die I had. And I have, might as well take a network card. There's not much else I can do at this point. So this is discover the virtual terminal. So draw a terminal card and resolve 1 option on it at no AP cost. Unfortunately, that is layer 3 green. I'm not going to get to layer 3 green. All right, so that'll take care of that. I'm just going to discard that because I'm not going to meet that. So back into the network now. Unfortunately, I shifted positions with him. So, well, I could move somebody else though, as I need to start doing that. So let's go ahead and go 1, 2, and 3 due to that. That'll work. All right, and then degrade. It's a question, so yes, I am totally degrading that. And then I will replace it with a purple. All right, that finishes off his turn. I do have to do a power reroute. And what do I want to do? I haven't done anything with him yet. That's all right. I'll spend 2 more and unlock my final red die. Gives me 5 reds and 3 blues. That's pretty good. All right. That'll finish the route power part of that, which I kind of backed up on. And then it's over to the enemies to activate. So first off, we have security unit activation. So we have pursuit. He does see me, so he's going to move up. And he hits me for 2 because he's level 2. So that brings me down to 7 power. Then he's the only one that sees me. So then we're on to investigate. We do have 1 out. This is going to be our closest bot to that. So 1, 2, 3. So that'll put him there. And then finally patrol. This guy's going to move towards the closest bot, which I believe is, well, unfortunately, he'd have to go. There's actually no way to get to that room from where he's at. So I think he's going to move down 1, 2, 3 and start working his way towards there. No, it's the hidden ones. So it's either him or that one. So 1, 2, 3. So let's go that way. And then finally we have our walker up here. He's going to move 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, that finishes that off. Then the ping activation. This will cancel that out. Thank you, network card. And finally, it's threat advancement. So that's going to go 2, goes past this. So we get to deactivate the first BurnCycle slot. So that will remove this chip and move that out of there. So luckily it's only 2 power, so I'll be able to get that back pretty quick here. Otherwise, I'd have to kick right into there. All right. That is it for the corporation's turn. So back over to access to go. So I'm going to spend 1 power, and I will spend 1 for my command module to gain that back, which places a general back in there. Okay, so that will start my turn. Access is way over there. What to do? Got tons of chips. Well, I don't want to keep on getting punched in the face. Unfortunately, there's not a whole bunch I can do about that right now. All right, so I'm not going to do a route power, so I'm going to gain my dice for that. So I get 6 and 2. And I'll do a move action. Gives me 3. So I'm going to go ahead and move down here, 2, 3 there, onto that terminal. Move over there. So it's a tech action. So I will go ahead and do a terminal action with that. So lets me choose 2 options. So I have network. Cloud computing, increase all agents' network levels by 2. It's not going to help me too much. Password algorithm, gain 3 power, or IP bounce, place your awareness chip on any terminal space. Well, unfortunately, I'm in his awareness, so if I move, even if I move that, it's not going to necessarily help me. But I'll do the first two options, and I'll just spend... Ooh. Well, I don't know if I want to spend everything. I need 7 to pull it off. Well, I'll go ahead and roll them. And I get some re-rolls. Yeah, might as well. All right, so I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 blanks, so I could bump that to a 7. I'll spend 1 of these and re-roll this one, see what happens with that. It gives me a 2, so that puts me up to 7. That's what I needed, so I'll hold on to those. So that gives me 3 power, so that'll give me 9. And then I increase all agents by 2, but he's the only one that really matters. So I don't think I can do the other guys. And even with his ability, lets me carry this out, but my awareness chip isn't going to really matter because he's aware of me. So even if I move it, it's just going to bounce right back to me because he's aware of me. So I don't think there's anything I can do with that. And I might as well try to move as my last action, as I get a boost from it. Unfortunately, I don't have a key. So I can move up to 5 spaces. And there's nowhere else to run to. So 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to hang out there for now. Unfortunately, I'm going to get punched in the face again, but that is what it is. All right, or I could sit on that terminal. I'm going to get punched either way, so I might as well just plop my butt on the terminal and be able to use that later on. All right, back into the network step. I need to get my guys in different locations. All right, what to do here? If I move out with him, this guy's going to potentially get me. So I might as well go with orange. So I move out for 1. And then move to a green. So I'm going to go ahead and kick down here to green. Well, I have to stop there. So that kicks it back up by 1. Then I go to purple, which will finish me off there. All right. From there, then it moves into routing power again. I have to route 1 power or lose it, so I'll spend 1 to... Might as well gain a push. I could use that. And then... And I forgot that again, so there's going to be another guy out there from before. It's supposed to be done at the beginning of the round, but it doesn't affect anything at this point. So that'll finish that off. And it's degrading the burn cycle. It's a 5, which is going to kick it back into here, which is going to degrade that. And I will go ahead and replace that since I've got a bunch of chips with him. It's going to kick over to him to go. Yeah, I didn't go out of order. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use, might as well do another physical because I need to do a move action with him. So that's what I'll do with that. So that'll finish off Axis's turn. So we're over to EXE to go. I will start by gathering up my dice. So I'm going to get 3 and all 5 red. All right, so EXE is a little bit of a powerhouse here. All right. Wouldn't be a bad idea to go and pick up that key. Yeah, I think I'll move up into here. So there's a little bit I can do there at least. So That's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces I need to move. I've got 2 already coming my way. So I'm pretty much guaranteed with a red die. So I got 3. So yep, I got enough. Nobody's aware of me right now, so that'll stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 1 more. Neither one of these guys are aware, but he moves towards the closest unhidden bot. So I don't know if I want to step out just yet. I need to get him into a room, but I don't know if I want to do that. So yeah, hold on there. I might be able to pop this afterwards. All right. That's my first action. Second action, I'm at the door. So I might as well take a door action. I'll go ahead and draw a network card first, since the action is optimized. All right, just thinking ahead a little bit here. So, all right, so I'm at the door, so I'm going to do a door as my second action, or non-optimized action. So this is going to require 3, so I'm going to go ahead and try to bust that door down. I need 4 points because of crash. So I'll do a red and what else do I want to do? All right, so I got 3 in a reroll. So I'll go ahead and reroll one of these because if I get a blank, at least I can, nope, kick it back. All right, so I unlock the door. I get to go in for free, which triggers that, which means I get to roll 2 dice and see what happens. And we got a locked door and a power. So the door is locked behind me. And I get to pick up a power for that. Okay. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I want to keep him moving, so I don't know if I want to do that this turn. So I'll just do another move action at this point, and I'm going to go all in. See what I can get here. All right, so I've got 1 and 2. Go ahead and reroll these 2, which kicks that away. 3 and a 2. All right, so I've got 8 points of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I pick up a piece of equipment, and we have pretty nice helmet. When your agent is attacked by security units, they may discard this equipment to reduce the power by 2. That'd be great for poor Access over there, because he's the one that's, or she's the one that's getting hit like crazy. All right, that's it for that. Now we're into the network step. I need to get to layer 2 blue. So how can I pull this off? So I have to go to purple so I could kick down 1 level, take care of this, which would put me back up here. Then the green would take me to there. And then if I can go ahead and replace this purple with one of my blues, that will allow me to blue the blue there. And I need to be layer 2. So that's what I'll do. So first off, I'm going to drop down here and take care of this. I am at a higher level than him, so that drops me down 1, kicks him out. I gain a power for that and reduce the threat by 1. That also returns me to my access point, and I also gain that back. Then as my second one, I move to green, but I have to stop here. Boosts that out, drops me, and then boosts me back up because of the access point there. And then finally for blue, I'll move here and complete this. So if you have an imperative card, discard it and collect the power as if it were completed, which I do. So I get 2 more power for that. And then if you do not have one, you get to draw one. But I did, so that works out, and that means that I'm not locked in that room anymore, which is great. All right, and that almost clears the burn cycle as well. So if I can just shift this around just a little bit more, I'm actually getting into a pretty decent position here. I would need to blur up yellow down by 1, and then purple just needs to move. So not too well. I need to get somebody into level 4, which purple can do quite easily. I just got to keep her high enough for that so the pings don't get carried away. All right, so that finishes Access's turn. Besides spending points, I need to do that before I forget, and then I have to degrade the burn cycle. So I have 3 points to spend. After resolving a strike action against a security unit you exceed may move in one direction as many spaces as action points rolled in the strike. Holy cow, that's quite a strife. I could get my only advanced die that I could get. I have 3 points that I have to spend. Well, no, let's just do that. Let's get the advanced die. She's going to be the one that's going to be taking these guys out, and then I'll spend 1 to get repair as well, I think. All right, so that finishes off his turn. I have to degrade the burn cycle. It's a 2, so this one's going to go down. I think I'm going to hold off because I only have one token chip left, so Access could take care of that during her turn. So that's going to finish off my bot's turns. Now we are into the corporation turn. So first off, activation. Nobody has, well, yes, he does. He's going to move down 1 and attack, doing 2 damage to Access. Then that will take care of that. Then it's into investigate. So first off, that one. So 1, 2, 3. This one is going to move towards the closest non-hidden bot. 2 and 3. So he's coming up behind, and then this guy's going to actually just continue on with them as well as he's following that perimeter. Hopefully I'm doing that right. All right, that finishes off the security bots. So then it's ping activation. So 1, 2, 3, and that is going to have me roll a die. +1. That, so I think that adds another ping, if I'm correct. That is, nope, that's going to increase the CEO's level by 1 as well, so he's up to 6. That CEO sucks. And so the only thing that's going to beat him now is a 6 when we tie. That's the one exception to that rule. All right, that is it for that, and then advancement, so 2. All right, that will finish off Corporation's turn. Back over to us. So I think I'm going to take a round off camera, and we'll be back to hopefully finish this off. All right, so moving back into the game now, I've been able to meet the objective of this level, and now I just need to finish off the game. So in order to do that, I need to get my agents and command module back to safe zones, which I have completed, except for access, and then I need to eliminate all of the pings from the network. Unfortunately, another one is going to come out at the beginning of this round, so I'll place that out. And we're ready to move into Access's turn. So first off, I gain my dice. So I'm going to pick up 7 blue and 2 yellow. And pretty much all I need to do at this point is just move her in. So it's a optimized action, so I don't need to roll a dice. So I'll just simply move into the safe zone. That will take care of that. And then I think I'm just going to draw 3 network cards. So there's 1, 2, oh, and I got to shuffle up this deck here. So let me handle that real quick. because I'm really going to need these cards to be able to move around in the network. All right. So that'll take care of that. And that'll finish off that. So I'm going to kick back and return these. I don't really have to roll anything. And then it's over to us. So what do I want to do here? I think the first thing to do is to use my ability. So I'll go ahead and use this one here to do so. That'll let me transfer or swipe positions with these two. And then my first action will move me here. My second action is going to kick me all the way around and stop me here. I will boot this guy. And then his thing goes down by 1. Mine will go down by 1. And then I will return to my access point. I gain another one of those. I reduce the threat by 1 and I gain 1 power. And then I'm on to green. So I can only transfer down 1 and then I have to end there pretty much. So that will finish it off, and I can't gain any additional level power, so these will simply be discarded. Because there wasn't anything else I could do there. So I just have the 1 ping out left, which green can get to at this point. So this is going to be it. So over to EXE. I don't know if there's anything. Oh, I got to do the degrading the burn cycle. That's a big one. So it's number 2. So the blue is gone. So purple, yes, I'm still okay. Whew, that was close. All right. That finishes off Axis's turn. So EXE, is there anything I really need to do at this point? I'm where I need to be. I think I'm just going to pass on all those actions, move straight into the network step. During that step, the first thing is to move to purple. The purple node is going to be kicked out, and my token will be reduced, as well as the network die for the enemies due to the admit rage. And at this point, I just have another green, so I can move here if I wanted to. And that is it. So then I would degrade the burn cycle at the end of the turn. It's anyone I want to, so I'll go ahead and do this green one here. And then it just says that the page timed out. All bots simultaneously occupy a safe zone while there are no pings on the network. I have accomplished that. So that is the game. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. I had a really good time with this one, and it was somewhat close there. There was, I think EXE was a big help with this one. He was able to take out a number of the bots, security bots that were patrolling around this level, which really helped things out as they started bunching up, and there was going to be some issues with that, but he was a big help with that. So I hope you found this video interesting or helpful. Let me know in the comments down below if you caught anything, if I made any mistakes. I'm not 100% sure. I felt like I did everything pretty well, but let me know. There's a couple of things in this that are pretty ticky, especially those patrol bots or the security bots with the patrol perimeter. That's still a little touchy with me. I think I understand it for the most part, but not 100% sure. So let me know if I got anything wrong, and let me know if you want to see anything else around this. Like I said, I have the teaching video coming out shortly, hopefully within the next week or two after I post this. But let me know if there's any other content you want to see around this game. And also keep your eye out for the new upcoming Kickstarter or Gamefound, as it's coming to Gamefound again for a reprinting, and then they have a bunch of new content coming for this one as well. So they have a new corporation pack, some new ally or new bots you can play as, and I think a couple of other things, some additional set of metal models if you're interested in those, and I think some other surprises as well that they've got coming our way. So let me know if you're excited about any of that stuff, or if there's anything else you want to see around this. Love hearing from you and starting a conversation, and let me know how you like this as well. Have you played BurnCycle? Is this one you've picked up? I'd love to hear from you. So until next time, I'll see you later.